Greetings, infinite beings, seekers of the free spirit, practicing or non-practicing magicians. There's nothing which I might say which will be true for everyone. So I could say, nothing can harm your essence. Nothing can limit your infinite nature. But there are those out there who are here, perhaps, to show that even this seemingly unbreakable law of the universe can be broken. But I, for myself, fear nothing anymore. I have remembered my true nature. And so I am letting the silence fill my being more and more. It is really the greatest weapon that any magician has. His total silence. And in that silence, free of confusion and of clarity, when the world stops, when the inner dialogue ends for a moment, it seems that afterwards, it seems that all of these mantations, all of these dialogues and these thoughts that come to us when we are involved in the world are not really from us. And yet, where could they be from? It's as if we had made an obstacle course for ourselves beforehand, so that all of these thoughts would be there for us to enjoy. And now we enjoy them, but we are not creating them now. What is seemingly really in our power to create is the silence. And so there's been many questions, and of course I will address the questions of my fellow companions of the Golden Phoenix about outcomes, about how do I XYZ, so that I can answer all of these questions together. I have to keep the question wide. How? How to anything. Now, of course, the answer will be completely counterintuitive. There is no how. There is only I. And perhaps when. And so there are these marker points which we have already created in the manifest. The manifest is not interesting from the point of view of willpower. Willpower, as long as willpower is engaged in the domain of earth, in the domain of the mundane, it has already been captured and has been transformed into a transfer of energy to the world, to the dragon and the gods who have made this world. For example, the only way we could know all the names of the planets, and there are many, thousands. A lot of them are called asteroids, which just means star-like, but they're planets because they move and in relation to the others. The only way we could know all of their names correctly is if they were consumed, in fact, obsessed with recognition, with obtaining the awareness of those who dwell on this plane. And so it's fine, of course, there's nothing wrong. This is the trick. Lee just had a flan patisserie, a sweet baked good, with his partner, and it was fine. It's okay. We are here to experience the flesh and all of its frequencies. And so there's a trap here, because here's Lee talking about outcomes in a way, even though he's trying to say no outcome, because that itself is an outcome. And so the most difficult desire to overcome is the desire to be free of desire. There's no such thing. You can believe me or not believe me, but I have seen many try, and logically it's impossible. Even in the statement itself, to desire to be free of desire is to be endlessly enslaved. And so the desire is not to just simply to just not be attached with. And it may or may not live itself out. For example, food is a big one now for Lee. It is for everyone. And so he'll routinely, for example, pull out a crepe. Anna makes amazing crepes, sourdough, and then put it back down and do some body magic, or just go back to doing something else. And that experience of picking up the crepe and putting it back down is what Lee came here to experience. There's no problem. He didn't make it a problem. He just really picked it up and then really did not want to eat it. Truly. There was no forced discipline. Nothing was shoved. He wasn't shoving some kind of disciplinary action onto himself. He was living the desire and then letting go of the desire and enjoying all of it. Same with ejaculation, of course. The sorcerers, the new seers, the real yogis know that in the ejaculation a lot of energy is dispersed, transferred. And that really the only thing we must do to accept the ego's gift is to have sufficient energy, and therefore ejaculation or indulging in food or all kinds of food, whether it's tobacco or sweets, even fruit shakes. All of these desires are there for us. They are here for us. And so by appreciating them, we start to let go of them. Because now my appreciation of that sweet was so immense that I can store it in my inventory of memorable events, in a way, slightly memorable, and enjoy that flan brulee for years and years. Same with the coffee. In fact, I can enjoy my coffee now simply by walking into a coffee shop and smelling the aroma. So the concern with the outcome is another experience. I would say a trap, but again, I don't want to use words that emphasize that we must not or we should not. Sure, we can say those things in the proper context. In the context of, okay, now we have energy, how do we use our energy? All right, well, we use it to abstain from ejaculating and instead go into the sun and move energy. The sun has just crossed the equator about a day and a half ago. So this is the nighttime of the year. No need to worry. Libra is an interesting month. Things will clear up. We should be free, we should be light. We shouldn't feel constrained. We shouldn't feel afraid to not have money. That's what a lot of people fall prey to in Libra. And so we have stock market crashes that happen frequently in Libra. Financial panics. But of course, practitioners of the Dhamma Tantra, or plasma recyclers as we like to call them, have nothing to fear financially. They can live off of their Shivambu, literally for months. And if someone is that magical, that he has the discipline and the fearlessness to live off of his Shivambu and the clothes on his back for even just a week, that person has drawn so much magical power and aura around himself that his destiny is about to take a drastic turn. And someone will meet him who will bring him into his auric field and create with him. There's absolutely nothing to fear. Zero. You are invincible. You are unconquerable. Your defeat is only just a feint. You're faking defeat in order to enjoy the experience of feeling nearly defeated and then conquering again. God plays chess with the devil but can never lose. He just wants to get as close as he can to losing. And so I leave you on this, infinite divine brothers and sisters. And may you find your path, and may intent find you. Thank you.